even go that high.
So we can't, but we're looking at plus 425 on a dollar. So if you think they're going to hit 34 points, this would be an opportunity for you to make plus 425 on New England to score that much.
Take the Chiefs on over. Took my home.
Has a fractured ankle. So the question I have for you, bro, because after this one, we're going to get into our Super Bowl MVP predictions. Can Denver win without Bo Nix? But first, let me show you where Bo Nix got hurt and and what play. Excuse me, what play he got hurt on.
Out for the rest of the season with a right ankle fracture despite finishing the game and walking after a career-defining win over the Bills. Let's break this down. Sean Payton confirmed the injury occurred on the second to last play, but it's worth rewinding one snap earlier on the roughing the passer play. The right ankle is clearly visible, no direct contact, no roll, no twist, and he lands forward on his chest with no fracture mechanism. On the confirmed injury play, Nix is scrambling to the left and plants off the right foot to change directions. There's a brief eversion moment as the defender closes, then he goes airborne and lands on the right foot in marked plantar flexion under axial load. No one steps on the foot. From the alternate angle, the foot stays pointed downward, it's not rolled up on, doesn't get twisted, followed by a subtle push off.
So I found this video. I'm not sure if this guy is actually an expert in terms of medical thing. He's saying, plantar and, stuff in the foot. Motherfucker, he fractured his ankle. So,
and I think that was the play.
That was a play. I do believe it was a play.
Which was a terrible play call. I didn't understand what the play call was.
Yeah. So, but going to now where they are now, obviously you had Bo Nix for the majority of the year, had a pretty decent season, and now you lose Bo Nix, even though you are moving on to the AFC Championship against the New England Patriots. They will be starting. Was it
Jarrett Stidham?
Jarrett Stidham. As of right now, Jarrett Stidham. I looked it up before. He was with the Raiders. His career numbers are 8 touchdowns to 8 picks. He's been sacked so many times. Only started 4 games, 2 with the Raiders and 2 with the Broncos last year.
Which I think he looked good again with the Broncos last year.
Yeah, he might have.
If we can take that look at that. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you didn't answer your question. I apologize.
No, it's just going back to this game, the AFC game, and right, we'll get to our Super Bowl MVP predictions because we're talking about the AFC Championship game. How do you see this game going? It's in Denver.
It's in Denver.
So that's a good thing. New England's got to travel across the coast. So, there's always a problem with that. But how do you see this game going? Right now, New England is favored by -4.5. Right now, I don't know where it opened in that 42.5. I mean, New England really hasn't played anybody, but they just played probably the best defense in the NFL, and they got away with one, I think, against the Texans because the Texans just were just that defense was swarming. So they got away with one. I don't think Denver's defense is as good as the Texans, and I think Denver does give up a lot of yards to actually kind of mobile quarterbacks and quarterback teams that spread you out a little bit. So it'll be interesting how they tackle this one. But what do you see in this game, and can Denver win without Bo Nix?
I think this kind of goes back to can they win, right? I think matter of fact, we just talked about that Indiana game, right? Miami game. I said it'll be a close game, right? I think that's when we reported that. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it was a blowout, but I think it's going to be more of a 24-20 is what I said. Indiana 24-20. End up being 26-21 with a late touchdown. But I think this can still be the same. I think Denver's defense is definitely valid enough to cause Patriots some issues. You have one of the best cornerbacks in the league. You got good safety play. You got a I think it's a linebacker. It was a Magugla. I can't think of his name, but he flies around and get after you for Denver. Yep. You got some edge rushers on the outside with Nick Benito and
Yeah, I thought you were
Um,
talking about Benito. I don't know who the other boy you're talking about.
yeah, he's a linebacker or safety. He comes down and makes some big plays. Almost, he plays almost like
Oh,
Polamalu.
Hofunda.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
He's a
okay.
baller. I mean, he comes down
Yeah.
and wrecks shop. So I do think they'll be able to disrupt New England. I think the game's gonna be close, and if Jarrett Stidham's not gonna have to do too much besides just don't turn the ball over.
I'm about to say if he turns the ball
If
over,
he
which
calls the
he
burn over, then it's gonna be a different game. So I do believe in Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton is a great coach. We look at Sean Payton's history with backup quarterbacks. I think he did something with Teddy Bridgewater, if I believe, that came in for him for a while and did a great as a backup. I think you can think about
that's a good call out. What is Sean Payton done with backups?
right, and I think we even had Tyson Hill came in, right. Tyson Hill's still in the league right now because of Sean Payton, right? Believed in him, came in, did his thing as far as a backup quarterback. So I think historically it tells you that Sean Payton, when he believes in a backup, he keeps them close. And they wanted, from the rumors or what the reports are, is they wanted Statham to be their backup quarterback because they felt like they can, if anything happened to Bo Nix, he'll be able to step right in. Is it a big drop off? Potentially, but I think they have enough faith with them that he can kind of get the job done. So I don't know. I think the game is going to be much closer. I think that's why the line is probably where it is and not blown up a little bit more. So yeah, man, I think it's going to be a tighter
I,
game than we think.
I think that was a great call out, and I just looked it up. Here's the stat. Sean Payton with backups is 10-2 in his career. Both of
Wow.
them with New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0
Yep.
in 2019, and then Jameis Winston went 5-2.
I forgot about Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis Winston went 5-2 in some of those later years in the Saints. I don't have the year, but he went 5-2, and Teddy went 5-0. So 10-2.
Yeah,
10-2. And this is a good call out too. I didn't know about this. Cujo 92J. The Patriots drafted
you did.
Statham.
This is it's like a full circle for Statham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drafted Statham. So they
Mhm.
understand what he is, and they've had him under their umbrella. So I think they would have at least an understanding what his strengths are
Mhm.
and what his weaknesses are, and they would probably be more likely looking to exploit that. So this is a great call
Potential.
out.
Yep. Yeah.
Great call out
He
here.
backed up Tom Brady, I believe. So that's been that long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going to be a low scoring game, I think. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think Denver's defense is on the caliber of Houston's. They do fly around. Denver does have some stars and possibly the best corner in the league in Patrick Surtain. Hufanga that Humble just talked about is a heat-seeking missile. Bonito coming off the edge. So at every level, they do have some players there, but in my opinion, I just think it's New England's going to run it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
just
let's make sure we do also understand Houston defense. Well, let's put it this way. Houston defense is number one,
mhm.
right? And then Denver's top five. I don't know. I think they might be ranking third, maybe. So we are
Mhm.
talking about an elite defense. Like we're talking about an elite defense here, and we got to understand if we're looking at Patriots was able to put X amount of points up against the Houston Texans, we got to
Mhm.
remember that
He
C.J.
turned the
Stroud
ball
turned the
off.
ball over
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, we're talking about short fields
Mhm.
every single time. So, and defenses being on the field in that cold weather without a break because of the mishaps.
Both teams
So,
had 5 turnovers. It was crazy.
right. So,
Yeah.
I would say for sure, from what our listener did post, I think this will be a low scoring game. Um, I don't think Pats are going to go up. I definitely don't think they're going to get 34 points up. That's definitely not happening for sure.
Mm.
I would not think 34 points. And if you think they're going to get 34 points, your best bet on that case is to do team total over because it's definitely not going to be 34. Maybe 20, maybe 24 and a half, maybe something like that, between 24 and 26, maybe. And I think that's even high.
Well, we do
Mm.
a lot of betting on this show. So, why not bring up the handy dandy sports book and take a look see what we're looking at here?
Yeah, I would say no more than 24.
Because we were going to get right into our MVP, Super Bowl MVPs anyway. So let me zoom up for folks to see.
What's the line? 42? Absolutely. No more than 24.
Yeah, line is 42 at the moment on here compared to what I see on my phone with the score app is a whole point higher on here. Let me zoom in one more so we can just make sure we see in there. This is 5.5. So if we go into the teams and we find out our team totals, we got TV scores, blah 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 blah. They must have moved
Yeah,
it.
you guys go to the
Go
slider.
to the right, yeah.
Yep. There you go at the
I
end.
think it was game
There you
team
go.
props.
Mhm.
Team total,
Look at
23
that.
and a half.
Your boy be
Come
on
man.
it, dog.
We know
I
we
said
clean. We know we
I said
clean at
no
this.
more than
You
24 and a half.
we know we clean at this. We do this all day. You know what I mean?
So back to the the person who's watching the show that actually commented. Thanks for
Yeah.
your comment. If you feel like they're going to get 34, then I would go and let's scroll that all the way down so we can kind of get a number of what that would look like on the plus money side.
30.
The other way. It'd be the other way. Keep going. He said 34 points. So you go the other way. Yep.
We can't even go that high.
So we can't, but we're looking at plus 425 on a dollar. So if you think they're going to hit 34 points, this would be an opportunity for you to make plus 425 on New England to score that much. I wouldn't bet it.
Here's another trend that you can look at, brother, because this is what we do. We teach about betting strategies and trends and things like that. Like I said, go to Money Pot, the Money Pot Sports Podcast YouTube channel, and you'll see that we have videos all about this. But just a quick run through of at home, what has Denver done? I think Denver's only lost one game at home, if I'm not mistaken. But they gave up 32 to the Giants and 34 to the Jags. So only 2 times this year they've given up 30 points at home, and they are 1, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 7-1. They are 8-1 at home. And that last I would say 7-1 at home, because that last one was against the Chargers when they started Trey Lance. I mean, they probably won that game, but still.
And including they just won a game at home just recently.
All right.